Georgia is better than Florida.
You are Locked On Bulldogs, your daily podcast on the Georgia Bulldogs. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
He is Daniel. I am Clint. This is Locked On Bulldogs, part of Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. We're back. I don't know how we're back. We're like at this point zombies or vampire. I don't know what.
It's on theme.
Maybe it's very on theme. We are alive still, much like this team, unexpectedly, and things beyond our control are propping us up and keeping us alive. But
yeah,
we are in fact alive. The cocktail party, we come out victorious after what looked to be a heinous and hideous loss heading our way. That was going to be, not to overplay it, but
okay,
a big fork in the road identity crisis for the rest of the season. And for next year, a great deal of changeover was about to take place.
Yeah, I mean, the last 3 games have been that, Clint. I mean, what if you lose to Auburn, if you lose that game to Ole Miss, if you lose this game to Florida, like the whole identity of this Georgia team is we suck, but not quite enough to lose. Like that's our identity.
We just don't. Yeah. We suck not as much as you.
Just less than the person we're playing.
Holy jeez.
I don't want to start with any of that, though. You know how I feel about this team. I'll make it known how I feel about this team. It's the overreaction show. I want to get to some overreactions, Clint.
Okay.
May I start somewhere else? May I go in a completely different direction?
You may.
May I speak to you about some numbers? This is not a by the numbers episode, but I could change the background just for a moment.
For a hot moment. Think of this as by the numbers segment of the overreaction. We're in our feels. We just won the cocktail party. We'll do what we want.
Yeah. Georgia has won in this rivalry 58 of the 114 all-time meetings. That's more than Florida. It's 58 to 44 and 2 ties in there all time. Georgia's also won, 104 all-time meetings, 58 of the 104. Georgia's also won 11 of the last 15. Georgia's also won 8 of the last 10, Clint.
But what about
Georgia's
Daniel?
Also won 5 out of the last 5 meetings. There's a whole class of people about to graduate from the University of Georgia that have no idea what it feels like to lose to the Florida Gators. This is verging on the most dominant run in the history of this rivalry, because these games, by and large, have not been competitive. Florida has not, except for one little Dan Mullen squeaker. They have not been able to pick themselves up off the mat and win a game. Georgia's won 8 of the last 10. They've actually won 8 of the last 9. 10's just a more round number. So in 9 consecutive years, Florida's eked out 1 win in this series.
Again, not good at math, but that's 2 classes of people that have.
Georgia's on an 8-game winning streak against Tennessee. Georgia's on an 8-game winning streak against Auburn. Georgia's won 8 out of the last 9 against Florida in the cocktail party. I don't care what it looks like. I don't care how ugly it was. I don't care what the refs did. I don't care how much we deserve to win. I don't care about the coordinators. I don't care about any of that nonsense. Georgia beats Florida. That's the story.
That's it.
End of story.
Well, if we didn't have our quarterback injured last year, well, he was there this year, and you had a pretty dang talented roster. Some may say a playoff talent level roster.
No.
Our wide receivers were out. Were they all freshmen? And number 3 actually popped off just a little bit. Defensively, you had all your guys back. Like Florida, you can keep making excuses all you want.
But we're better than you are at football. You're a basketball school. Just own it and be Duke. You're Duke.
That's fine.
You're Duke.
By the way,
Duke beat Clemson today.
I was just going to say, at least you're not Clemson. You're not Dabo.
Yeah, they're not an anything school.
No, they're not. You ran off the best coach you've had in the last 5 head coaches
Georgia fans literally made fun of him so much that you fired him.
Correct.
That's how insecure you were about it.
You gave into peer pressure from your most hated rival to get rid of the most successful coach you've ever had, to spiral out of control and not be relevant in football in a generation.
Sure. That's Florida. You have summarized Florida. All right, we're going to get to the key players in this game. Give them, and we're going to talk about all of them and a lot more. But first, these.
These are, in fact, Mazda. Mazda move and be moved, Daniel. I don't know if that's you, which
that's
is fine. We don't.
Why don't you come back?
I'll come back. Mazda move and be moved. They're great. They're fantastic. Episodes brought to you by them. Moving culture, moving crowds, keep the game moving forward. And just like we saw the guy we're going to talk about soon, Chauncey Bowens, not only move a culture, move piles and move people and move scoreboard. Matriculating up with Chauncey Bowens. And just like them, Mazda does that same exact thing. When you follow what moves you, the unexpected is only the beginning. And just like there's more to every highlight, there's more to every Mazda vehicle. Mazda, move and be moved. But Daniel, that's not all. We also have DoorDash. DoorDash is fantastic. They're great because they keep the streak alive, just like we've won 5 in a row against Florida.
I call that a streak.
That's more than 1 or 2. It's streaky. It's very streaky, just like that. DoorDash is delivering for us, and Kirby Smart and this team delivering every single time for Georgia in the cocktail party, because it's the Georgia-Florida game, and we are dominating it. It's not just a fluke. Stock up all season long when you could save $250, including $100 in DoorDash credits. Order this Saturday. Order today. Watch Ole Miss go down in glorious fashion. Keep the streak alive. Fuel your game day with DoorDash. Terms apply. Promo period through 11/18.
All right, Clint, let's talk about the key players in the game. Who do you want to start with? I'm going to allow you to – you want to start with the number 3, I see.
Look,
it's more by the numbers for you.
It is. Let's do it again. By the way, Auburn fan who's still here because you have no irrelevant team, trigger warning.
Trigger warning. You have to say trigger warning before you put it up.
I would do that if I cared.
Yeah.
But I don't care.
I see.
Here's the deal. I have been begging for a pulse on defense. It was quite weird, this game. In so many capacities, this game was weird. We lose our starting safety. We lose our starting D tackle. We lose to targeting as well as injury. Jordan Hall, I am praying you're healthy and whole and get back soon. I pray that's not a break that you've experienced last 2 years, and it's something different. It doesn't look good, but we're hoping the same together, that we hope you get back soon. I was waiting for a guy to, we've talked it all season long. It doesn't matter circumstance. It doesn't matter play call. It doesn't matter if they select the perfect play against the defense that we have selected. It doesn't matter if the guy's bigger, faster, strong. We just want a guy to go out and become an eraser. Just say, screw it. I don't care who's on the other side of me. I'm going to win this rep.
Yeah.
And man, I know.
You find that guy tonight?
He couldn't help but jump off the screen as he was stacking guys up. And not one time did I see a guy gain an extra inch when CJ Allen came and smacked him and met him. Daniel, that's what impressed me the most. He was flying sideline to sideline. He was quick. He was fast. He was physical. But what impressed me the most was his tackling ability and his tenacity to say, you will stop here and you will go no further. And in fact, you will go backwards from whence you came. Like, he showed out this game. Best game of his entire career. I don't care what stats say. I don't care. This was the best game of his entire career at Georgia.
100%. I think it was the worst game of Raylan Wilson's career. And so it was very much needed. I'm going to take you back to the end of the first quarter. Florida's just gotten an interception. They are coming down the field. It's tied 7-7. We've had a shanked punt, which led to their first score, and now an interception tipped off of Noah Thomas's fingertips. I mean, just an absolutely egregious drop by Noah Thomas leads to an interception. They're marching down again. They're inside the 10-yard line, 3rd and 3. Quarterback rolls out to the left, and it is wide open spaces to the end zone, Clint. I'm talking about days. Nobody out there. And then all of a sudden, as if from nowhere, emerges CJ Allen like a missile and hits the quarterback, Lagway, in the legs, takes him down. They settle for a field goal, Clint. It was a 4-point play. I don't need to remind you that Georgia won this football game by 4 points. And so, CJ Allen had a pretty big impact on this game. He was a wrecking ball on the front. But I thought by and large, the defensive front actually played pretty well. If we're going to focus on guys who played pretty well, I thought the front played pretty well. I thought Kristen Miller played pretty well. I thought we got good things. Once the defensive line rotation started coming in, I started seeing some things from Ogboko. He made that 4th down stop. Ogboko did. He dove in at the legs of the guard. And he absolutely, all you can see in that pile is just 2 legs with silver britches sticking out. And that was Ogboko. And he's the guy at the bottom of that pile that made that play on ball to stop him on 4th down. To think that you could stop that running back on 4th and 1 after the night he had, that kid is good.
He's good. Yeah, he's real good.
Good. And he made a lot of Georgia players look real silly tonight.
Yep.
Ogboko makes a tremendous play, potentially another game-saving play on the defensive side of the ball. The pass rush was not terrible tonight. I thought Gabe Harris had a decent game. I thought we saw something. You saw a lot more, by the way, CJ and Raylan coming in this. Like they were blitzing in this game.
This is gonna be weird.
It worked some.
Look, we're not big fans of him.
Okay.
It's gonna be hard for me to say. Truly and honestly, it's gonna be hard for me to say.
Go on. This is a safe space.
Hey, Glenn.
Uh-huh.
You called a pretty dang good game, sir. Like, I'll recognize you. You called a good game.
I don't know who this guy is, folks. I don't know. Whose job is it to make sure that the secondary doesn't let people wide open behind them? It was just the one time, though, right, Clint? It was just the one time that there was a guy wide open behind everyone on the defense. Whose job is that? I don't know.
I don't know what he's doing talking to safeties, but he needs to stop talking to them. He needs to stop talking to them. 2 times wide open. The secondary is
there's not a safety on this team, Clint. I'm not.
No.
All right. We're switching to the offensive side of the ball because we haven't even talked about these running backs yet, nor have we talked about the single best player on Georgia's football team.
I'm going to say things. But first, I want you to know about FanDuel. Daniel had a FanDuel because, this just in. All the locks we gave out this week.
First quarter
over. Gunnar Stockton.
Yes, sir.
I'm not mad about you making me lose out on my over for the game. Take that knee, son. I'll give that unit away. I don't care. All these bets Daniel and I made over at FanDuel. FanDuel.com. Great. And right now, new users, when you make a $5 bet, say $5 for the over in the first quarter or Georgia to score first, both of which you could have had you listened to Daniel, you would get $300 in bonus bets used across the app. Same game parlays, NBA, NFL. It's all there for you. FanDuel.com. Make every moment more.
Clint, we referenced this backfield, but then I made a statement coming into the break. So I want to talk about Chauncey Bowens. I want to talk about Nate Frazier. I want to talk about Cash Jones. I want to talk about Dwight Phillips, Clint. Okay?
I love all of those things.
Before I do that, let me say I thought this was Gunnar Stockton's worst game of the season.
No, I'm sorry. Take think out of that.
Okay.
It was his worst game of the season.
It was his worst game of the season, period. Now let me say this. Zachariah Branch is doing things for this Georgia team that we have not seen in a long time. A long time. Put your, so-and-so's more talented. Put it away. I don't care. You know who you are? You're the guy that said that JT Daniels was more talented than this guy right here. Old number 13. That's who you are. The guy that said, I'd rather have a Maserati than a Honda Civic. Stetson Bennett's the Honda Civic. I put that away. Zachariah Branch is the best wide receiver that Georgia has had under Kirby Smart.
Period.
Period.
George Pickens. I don't care. He did not do things.
He didn't
for
do
this
these
team.
things. Nope.
That Zachariah Branch at stretches is literally the only thing that we have a pulse to keep the game alive. And when he pops off, when he makes three guys miss, when he makes one guy miss 3 yards in the backfield and he gets 3 yards on the play, you say to yourself, it's only a 3-yard gain. No, it's 2nd and 7 instead of 2nd and 13. And those two differences are the difference in a touchdown and punting. And it's solely based upon him making guys miss.
This booth was absolutely atrocious. Jordan Rodgers is an abomination. He is an abomination to football.
He said, I thought Zachariah Branch was going to take over the Dylan Bell gadget play situation.
Okay. But even Jordan Rodgers is sitting up in the booth. It's 3rd and 11. And Zachariah Branch is in the slot. And he's the only guy that Georgia's got. There are 3 Florida defenders bracketing him. Like, they're everywhere. The whole Florida defensive game plan is, hey, that guy number 1, he's the only guy they throw it to. He's the best guy. And he still comes up with a massive first down conversion. Zachariah Branch is the best player on this Georgia team. This season, he is the best player on this Georgia team. And he is the best wide receiver that Georgia has had under Kirby Smart.
There is no, I mean, he will do everything. The play that I love, and you saw this time and time again. Again, he not only makes plays with the ball in his hands, he distracts defenses. He is in their mind rent-free every play. That orbit motion, he comes under Gunnar Stockton. He goes around the back of Gunnar Stockton. He starts going to the boundary. You can watch the helmets. Watch the helmets of the defensive player next time, because they are locked on him the entire time.
It was a touchdown to Oscar Delp. It was a touchdown on that play to Oscar Delp if Gunnar Stockton doesn't make a horrifying throw. And then on the very next play, they ran the exact same motion again, and they threw it out to Zachariah Branch, and Florida defended it perfectly.
Yes.
And he gained 4 yards, and it was 2nd and 6. Or
that's,
3rd and
that's,
6.
That's the play. Yes, that's exactly. That's the play I'm talking about between a touchdown and a punt that happens. The touchdown to Noah Thomas should thank Zachariah Branch for that touchdown.
Absolutely. And Noah Thomas, by the way, did a great job blocking for Zachariah Branch on an earlier play on that drive. I was happy to see him get rewarded. We did not get around to the backfield. We are going to talk about the backfield. Tune in on Monday. We're going to come back. We're going to talk about Chauncey Bowens. We're going to talk about Nate Frazier. We're going to talk about Cash Jones. All of them have, and we're going to talk about Dwight Phillips. They all have a number 3 in their jersey number. Zachariah Branch is switching to number 333. I believe it's happening. He must do it.
Has to.
He's Clint. I am Daniel. We're going to be here all week. Texas is back. This is what I heard. They beat a top 10 team.
Okay.
Texas is Arch Manning threw for 350 yards. Clint. Okay. Texas is back. Congratulations to Texas on winning the national championship of beating Vanderbilt. Texas fans, I cannot wait for this. Do you remember how much fun we had last year?
I do.
Do you remember the good times we had last year, Texas fans?
Ohio, Texas. That's the ranking in order.
You're sneaking up there, Texas fans. We're going to be back all week with our friends, the Texas fans, and we hope to see you there. Until next time, this is the Locked On Bulldogs podcast, and we'll talk to you then.
See you.